Hey everyone, welcome to day 21 of the 25-day risk-taking experiment. We're at the home stretch. You have done so much work. You should be so excited because really the hardest part of this is behind you. It's in the rearview mirror. It's like, I can't even see it. It's so far back. Now, I just want you to appreciate where you are. Let's celebrate that you're here. Celebrate that you've done all the work. Celebrate that you have put in all of this effort because now what happens is exciting. Now what happens is curious. It makes you curious. It makes you want to find answers because you have faced your discomfort. You found your people and places. You've told your story as if it's already happened. You've taken action, and now you get to celebrate, reflect, and repeat. In the past, you wouldn't celebrate. In the past, you would hold your breath. You would be anxious. You'd be waiting for things to go bad because we have this tendency to want to protect ourselves, to want to think if it's going great, something bad's going to happen. But here's the thing, nothing bad needs to happen. There's going to be discomfort, there's going to be difficult moments, but you can celebrate that you are in this. You can celebrate all the work you've done. You can celebrate that you are saying what you think, you are expressing how you feel. You are aligned with the things that give you joy, and you are putting yourself out there, and you are listening. And for that, I want to give you, I was going to give you a high five. Pooh, high five. Yes, 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 yes. And if the results aren't the results that you want, that's okay. It's okay because you've got your people and places. You understand that it's not always going to work out as planned, but you also understand that you're going to get to a great place. So celebrate. Sometimes the most difficult moments are the ones where we learn the most. The moments where you are sitting in discomfort, those are the moments where you're able to learn the most about yourself and the people around you. And it can only happen when you're really present and when you're open and when you can listen and be present. So celebrate doing. Do something and something will happen. Celebrate that you are moving forward. It's a beautiful thing. Change. Change is happening, and change can be scary, but it's also something to celebrate. Now, this week, we're going to go through different scenarios, different risks that people take during their experiment, different risks that reflect so many of the things we want, we crave, and we desire. And when you take a risk, you're going to get data. If you want some love in your life and you take a risk and tell someone you're interested, you're either going to find out they're interested in you or they're not. That's information. Information is not emotional. It simply informs you because you're worthy and deserving. And all you want to do is win or learn. You want to listen and ask yourself questions that are going to help you to get the results you desire. This idea that information is not emotional frees us up because it gives us something to work with. It helps us to process the outcomes so that we can ask more questions, so that we can reflect, so we can ask ourselves really important questions. Whether you get what you want or you don't get what you want, you're going to need to reflect. And now you're in a place where you can do this with confidence. You could do it with clarity. You could do it with support. You can do it with a sense of comfort because you know that you're going to be okay. So you could take this information and say, did I get what I want? Did you get what you want? And the answer is going to be, well, yeah, or we'll get to that in a second. But if it's yes, the beauty is you can understand how you got what you wanted so you can get it again. One of the problems with love, one of the problems with big opportunities is people think, oh, I got lucky. No, you did not get lucky. You put yourself in the path of opportunity and good things happened. When you put yourself in the path of opportunity again and again and again and again and again and again and again, you're going to eventually get the results you desire. I love the basketball and the hoop. If you take the shot again and again and again and again and again, eventually you're going to make that basket because you continue to take that risk. So when you understand what you did to get what you want, you have power. You have the power to do it again. You also have the power to understand your role in the process so other people and other things aren't solely in charge of your good fortune. And that's the beauty of this process. You're going to understand how you got what you wanted. Now, if the answer is no, you're going to understand why you didn't get the outcome you desired. Now, this is the part that freaks a lot of us out. This is the thing that kept a lot of you from taking risks in the past is if you didn't get the results you desired and you got hurt, well, a lot of times you just assumed I was the problem or somebody else was the problem. But no, the problem is you didn't have this knowledge and information about the universal rejection truth and how to incorporate it into your life and how to process outcomes so that you can separate yourself from the process. So you don't have to be all tangled in with the emotions. You can untangle all of this and figure out why you didn't get the results you desired. You can ask someone, I'm just curious why. You can talk to that family member. You can talk to that colleague. You can talk to that friend. I do this all the time. When I'm uncomfortable and I'm not sure what happened with an interaction or some situation, I'll actually say, I don't know if I did something to make you uncomfortable. I don't know if I did something wrong, but I was just curious. I would love to understand, what happened. I'd love to understand why you feel the way you feel. And people tell you the truth. Sometimes they tell you things you want to hear. Sometimes they tell you things you don't want to hear. But they tell you the truth. And the truth is so powerful because you take this truth, and if it's a hard truth, if it's a difficult truth where you question your abilities, where you question yourself and your actions, you turn to your people and you put yourself in those places where you can process this information and ask someone, hey, I'm just curious, did I handle this right? Or you can look at precedent and see how other people handled situations and try to get a sense of how your particular situation could have been handled differently. The beauty is you're able to listen and be present so that you can process. And that's something that we weren't able to do before. And once you get this information, you either take the same risk or you take a different risk applying what you've learned. And the beauty is now you have this information to decide, do I want to take the same risk? Do I want to take the same risk with different people? Do I want to take the same risk at a different time? Do I want to take the same risk changing some of these dynamics to see if I can get the results I desire? Or do I just want to take an entirely different risk because the risk that I was taking and what I wanted isn't something I want anymore because I've realized that there's something else that I want, or there's a better way to get it, taking a different risk. And the thing is, the information that you've accumulated is going to inform you so you can decide what you want to do next. And then you can decide if you want to repeat this or if you want to take a different risk. Experimenting is what this is. Assessing the data, evaluating how to take what you've learned and decide what to do next. Thomas Edison, another one of his quotes, many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. And what's beautiful about this process is you're going to have the emotional stamina. You're going to have the grit. You're going to be resilient. And you're going to understand, do I need to take this risk again? What are the results that I desire? And how many times do I need to try? And what can I do differently each time to get the results I desire? Which is something that most of us do not do because it has been too painful in the past and too challenging because we didn't have the tools. We didn't have the rituals and habits and information to help us to get what we want. And that's the whole win or learn mindset. You are equipped. You are ready. You can do this. All I want you to do today is to just share something you've done in the past that was difficult, that deserves celebrating. I want to celebrate you. You can come up with one thing, you can come up with 10 things, you could send me 20 things. We are just going to celebrate how amazing you are because you said it, you did it, you put yourself out there, you experienced it, you were vulnerable. And I am so excited for you. So you know how to send this to me. You can share it through the Facebook group. You could send me a note. You can find me on social media. And as always, if there's a lesson that you think someone else can appreciate, just send them that lesson. Give them access to this. I want to be in their corner. I know that you want to be in their corner. I'm so grateful to be here with you. And as always, I look forward to continuing the conversation. Thank you.